I don't know how well it's gonna work. Okay, I set up a scene with my camera and a browser capture of Wheat's camera. So as soon as Wheat is like on the thing, I can try it. Literally, as I said it, I can see Wheat. I'm gonna call Wheat right now. I'm gonna call Wheat. Do 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 do. That's the Skype.
Twice.
What?
What?
What? Hello.
Hello.
Are you ready for the reveal?
There we go.
Of
I'm
the
ready
new scene?
for the big reveal. Yeah, I'm watching you. Go on, go ahead. Do your thing. Am I gonna need to
Oh,
rearrange
it's
mine?
got an ad. Fuck, and it has
fuck?
sound.
The fuck? The
Wait.
fuck is this?
There was an ad. Okay, I've muted it. Wait, how did why do I have an ad? What the fuck? That's a scam. Okay, so maybe that wasn't the way to do it. Maybe that wasn't the way to do it.
What even is this? Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh, wait, I can hear myself on there. Okay, wait. Okay, I've muted it now.
Hang on.
Now, you need to move yourself. Yeah, you need to move yourself down.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I like how much bigger than my head is.
You need to just move back more. I think that
I do, but
maybe I
then
can
I
just
can't
move over
see.
here.
Hang on, I can
what do you
make
think
this
about
work.
that?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
okay,
can
and
come closer.
now,
There we go.
okay, now. So
That's
I need
about
to
right.
just make sure that this never. Okay. What's with a gnome? Oh, it's just there. It's just.
Have I off-centered myself? Oh yeah, there's more of me over there. Okay. That's what I get for trying to be in line. I'm still not in line though, am I? Hang on. I'm still making my own adjustments. It's gonna really ruin it for you.
No, I'm
There we
sure it's
go.
fine. I'm just kind of waiting for you
Just
to.
need that to line up. There we go.
Do,
I think that's right back where it was. But I think that's
you just
about
need
right.
to. I think you need to move down a bit with your cam.
Okay. Ah, that was just the border. That actually works.
The border
It's
needs
like-
to move as well. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, there we go.
It's perfectly fine.
Just-
Anyway, this is the new.
There we go.
The new
Is that
and
far enough
improved.
down? I barely moved.
You could go down more.
You wish.
Like you can see where I put the border for you.
Ah, I see. There it is.
That's where you're supposed to be. Okay, so now.
I'm supposed to be like here then.
Yeah, sure. Okay, and now I'm just gonna. Oh god, this is terrible. Okay. We're gonna.
Rupert, what's happened to you? Hello.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, so we're gonna cut this. This is the magic of movies, as they say. They don't call it movie magic. They call it the magic of movies. Your head is not. Oh, for fuck's sake, No, I can't. Okay. No, this is fine. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Hooray! What a fantastic turn of events this was.
Yeah. Do you like the new and improved scene where I've got a chat on one side, our cameras on the other side, the Yummers logo here.
It's beautiful. It's really great.
This is the week that we get our sponsor in.
Yeah.
The
Why
Yummers
is our sponsor Yummers? I have my own sponsor.
Yeah, I know you do. But the thing is, we can't actually say that you're sponsored by Xbox Game Pass because you're not.
Damn. Damn. Cursed law.
I mean,
hang on.
I guess you could kind of say it, but no, I guess like as soon as you start saying bad things about it, though, that would be like
oh yeah, that's
slander
true.
or libel or something, and they don't, you know.
Is that true?
I think so. If you say that you're sponsored by them and then you start saying shit about it, I feel like because then you're speaking in their name, right?
Yeah, but I'm making it clear that I'm not sponsored by them.
Yeah, as long as you say you're not sponsored by them, you can fucking shit on them or be nice to them all you want, you know?
Mm,
You could also just get sponsored by them. Everyone everyone
could.
at Microsoft. See if we
Yeah,
can get
do it.
sponsored.
Please, do it. I need the reason.
I need a reason.
I need a
Need
reason.
Yeah. So I
I
went
need a
through...
reason.
I'm old enough for a reason to the end
Reason
of the
to chill
night.
for Xbox.
I went
It's
through the
gotta
questions,
be
all the new questions, and I
it's
made a little
gotta be
folder up
worthy.
here with genetics questions because there were a bunch of them. And
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna hold those for maybe we do an episode
A
where we
special
get
guest.
like Overlight in or something.
No,
and then
a special guest. We can't
sorry,
name
a
them.
special guest. We don't know who.
Don't ruin the
Just
surprise.
any person who knows about genetics maybe at some point.
Yeah.
And I was thinking
Any.
I was thinking of asking for like specifically history questions maybe at some point, and that way we can get Wise in or something. I think
Sorry,
that'd be
a different
Sorry,
special
another
guest.
special guest. You'll
Yeah.
never guess which one it is.
Yeah. And
But
then
yeah.
we could get like food questions and get a special guest, which might be a bit of a
True.
challenge because
Yeah,
they
don't
all
know.
come from that special guest. Special guest answers their own questions.
I mean, that's what you do as well, so.
I've only done it twice, and they've been interesting topics that no one else has brought up. So I had good reason.
Been nice. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Can I?
Maybe you should ask some questions.
Nah. Well, I did ask a question yesterday, but Isaac wrote it in my
Yesterday.
stead.
You see? Oh, I see. Did you start that one? I don't think that was you.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think you just said
we both
no.
kinda. What do you mean no? I did
You
not
just
say
said
no.
No, that wouldn't happen. I think
I'm
is
gonna
what you
see
said.
if I can make yours like
My delay less. Good luck.
No, I'm gonna see if can I change the color on your thing.
You're not going to make me more blue, are you? I mean, I can put myself in negative if that's
it's
what you
making
want.
them. It's changing both of them again. Never mind. Never mind. We're just gonna both have a red outline.
Oh,
It's fine.
ha.
It's fine.
What you want to do is, oh, I see what you mean.
It's
I see
because
the
they're
issue.
both the same.
Yeah.
I could add them like twice to it, but I can't be arsed because I just copied it and that changes both of them.
Yeah. That's
We're not
fair.
having a special guest today. There's no special guest. But yeah, everyone go to Twitter and at Jeff Bezos and Microsoft. Both of them. Just what are you doing?
I can get my Xbox
again.
color theme. See?
No, you're not an Xbox shill yet. They've not sponsored you yet.
Hang on. What do you mean I'm not an Xbox shill?
Oh no, it's evil. It's evil wheat. I love how you could finish your entire sentence before I saw it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Classic.
It's very fitting. Oh, I can go and watch it again. Oh, brilliant. What a good joke.
Oh, so funny. Did you see I uploaded a new TikTok
I don't use
with
TikTok.
your face. Oh my god. This is a thing where you should be like, "Oh wow, that's really cool. I love TikTok." Everyone
That
should
reminds
go
me, I should go to Twitter and retweet something, I imagine.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a tweet thing right now. We're starting uncertainly accurate right now. Also, here's what happened last week. I'm gonna link the TikTok.
Yep. I'm all set. I've already mentioned Prince Charles' mum. Don't worry. Don't you worry about it.
Is your mum here? Oh yeah, I know. Prince Charles was wearing a frog hat.
True.
It's very cool. Here we go. Okay. Right.
there's that one, and then show that, and then here's this one. There we
Are
go.
you showing Prince Charles in your stream?
No, of course not. That would be ridiculous. I'm not that
Okay.
enamored by my experience.
It shouldn't be.
I'm over it. I've seen Prince Charles.
Who took the photo? Wheat did, right? Wheat was the one
I don't
holding the
know.
camera.
It was the official
taking the
royal
picture.
videographer or some shit. Someone walking around with a camera.
You made
It's not even a
candy.
photo. It's a screen grab from a video that I just saw on Cambridge News. Shit, doxing. Fuck's sake, mum. Random.
You
City
said
News.
it, to be fair. Oh my god, incredible, incredible. Shall we
I was
spin
just
the
visiting.
wheel? Well,
I was
it could have
visiting
been
specifically
You could
for
have
Prince
been-
Charles. To be
you could have
fair,
been
now that
just
we
visiting,
well,
but after you said that oh shit whole part,
well,
that
I mean,
kinda
now
fucked it. Didn't
the
it?
thing is, like, it's already happened. Like, yeah, I saw Prince Charles. Oh, and then someone would go, "Oh, where's Prince Charles been in the last few days?" Oh, I know, he's been there. So, it's
I
ruined already.
mean, yeah, this is true.
Anyway, yeah, Prince Charles was wandering around. I was going for lunch, just trying to get lunch, you know, as you do. When I found,
Sweet.
oh wait a minute, the marketplace has been fenced off. No one can get to it. There's police officers all around. I wonder what's happened here then. But I carried on because I didn't really care. And I was trying to get
As
in
you
Marks
should.
and Spencer, which meant I had to walk all the way around the market because they'd put up a one-way system. So I was going around, and on my way trying to get through, I found there was a massive blockage right before I could get across the street into the place where I can get into Marks and Spencer. And so as I'm doing that, I'm like, fine, I'm just gonna have to stand here for a while. And a woman going the other way says, "Excuse me, police officer," not to me. "What's going on here?" she said. And the police officer says, "That's Prince Charles over there in the brown coat." And then it's like, oh,
tracker there. There's Prince Charles over there. In the
oh,
brown coat.
Prince Charles is here. And so
Yeah.
I go off and send a message on Microsoft Teams, say, "Prince Charles is here."
Oh, Prince Charles is here. He wants to see.
And
He
then
wants to
the
talk to
crowd
Jake
waves, he
from
gets in his
accounting.
car and drives off. And
What was
then
he
I
doing there?
saw he was opening a lab of some kind.
Oh.
He was at the marketplace specifically to do a photo shoot, talking to people who run the market stalls about how tough it's been for them with COVID and all that. Not to
I
mention
see.
the fact that him closing off the market square for lunchtime probably did more damage to their income than COVID has over the entire period. But we'll ignore that. So,
True.
and then he took off, and I figured, right, that I would be in the video that was taken because I knew when there was a crowd cheer because Prince Charles waved at them, because I heard it and I was there when he left. So I figured, oh, I'm probably in the background of this video. So I watched the video, which was all 2
Yeah.
minutes long, and there I was for all of a quarter of a second walking on by in the background with while Prince Charles had his back to the crowd, getting in his motor, getting ready to head off.
You really had your 5 seconds of fame on that Prince Charles visits Cambridge
It's happened.
video.
It's happened. I was in my hat. I was in my mask. I had glasses on. I was
Finally.
completely unrecognizable. But it was
Finally,
me.
You're famous now. Incredible.
I'm famous. And so yeah, I did that. I posted on Facebook about it
Classic Facebook. We love to
Yeah.
see it.
because I've made 2 Facebook posts in the last 3 months, which is more than I'd done. in
You're just
previous
showing
5 years.
your Facebook.
I didn't realize. I forgot that these are on the same fucking tab.
You're such an idiot. Oh my god.
Oh, fuck's sake. Why do I stream your point of view? This is so stupid. This is so fucking stupid. What are we doing? What fucking is this stream?
Oh my
Why
god.
do we just sit here and
I
I
look
fucking,
over and I'm just like, oh,
and I
that's your
fucking and I stream your point of view. Hang on. I'm restarting my stream so I can delete this
Yeah,
fucking VOD
okay,
and then we'll
okay.
carry on.
Yeah.
End stream.
Fuck's sake.
Right. Okay. Confirm and go fucking
Oh my
live.
god.
Go to my fucking channel. No one fucking go to my fucking face. Oh, I restarted too quick. I don't even have them separate now.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
you have
goodness
to
sake.
wait. Give it a question.
Give it a question. All right. Hang on. Okay, here we go.
Fuck's sake. Oh my god.
Such a fucking nightmare. Okay.
You're so stupid.
Oh,
Oh my god, incredible. Anyway, fuck's sake.
right, is
Should
that
we spin
done?
the wheel? I've got a
Right.
random song queued up. Let's spin the wheel.
Video producer. Fucking delete that. Fucking God. Nothing fucking happened. I went and did my laundry while you watched Kay's cooking. That's the entirety of it. And then I doxed my Facebook. What a fucking stream.
Such an important stream.
Right, there we go. It's gone.
This is a good song. When we land on it, did you ask that as a question in Discord? Because I don't think I added it anywhere wise. We're gonna do something relatable though. Relatable? Related. Should I get wheat back?
My goodness.
Oh, no, there's another ad. I've got another ad over here. Why do
Do
I
you know
get
how-
ads on that?
You could
ad on the
avoid
phone.
ads.
True, but that even wouldn't help because this thing isn't...
Oh yeah, because you're broken, aren't you?
Oh no.
In some way or another.
What? I mean, I'm broken. Oh yeah,
You
that
keep-
as well.
You keep getting ads on
Yeah, that as
things
well.
that you
But
shouldn't.
this is
right?
also... I'm
No,
not,
no. That's enough. That's enough. We don't need to
that's
know
not
more.
the problem. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Everyone subscribed to me. Especially my mum.
Yeah. Anyway, wheat's back. Okay. The theory of everything. That's exciting, isn't it, wheat?
Yeah, that's very exciting.
That sounds promising. Boom. Do you think it's possible to create a theory of everything? Do you think math and math proofs have any reflection on reality? If so, how does Gödel's incompleteness factor in?
Oh, sorry, Wise wants to hear my Prince Charles story. Let's do it
No,
again, everybody.
No. To be fair, yeah, it's not. It wasn't on the. You've cut your VOD now. You need to tell it again so that people can hear it when they watch your VOD.
Yeah, I have to do it again and go on Facebook Live on stream again.
Why is I don't know if you I think you joined just after that. But we just told the Facebook. We just told the Prince Charles story, and then he opened his Facebook on his stream. So yeah. Yeah, you did miss it. It was great.
You can watch you can watch a bit of
You
it
can watch
without showing my Facebook.
POV without the doxing.
Yeah. Yeah, it still makes sense. Yeah. Anyway, that can be the TikTok intro for the next week. It's like what doxing madness will happen this time?
Can someone clip that? I'll make a TikTok out of it for next week. That's actually
just
really
discovered
good.
that space. Oh yeah, you can actually, can't you? I've just discovered that why do we even do this? That's it.
It's just you going, why don't I even do this? I stream your stream. Yeah, that was a good bit. That was a good bit. Someone clip that. Someone clip it.
Brilliant.
Actually, I'm gonna
I'm gonna do that right now. Oh, excuse me.
I'm gonna do a marker for when I highlight it, because I will highlight it, and that way I can just clip it myself if I want to. JFusion, I have a question for you before we do this. Do you want to be able to put markers in my stream if funny things happen? Because you can already do that by clipping things, but if I make you a mod, you can do /marker and then you can just write like /marker something funny happened, and that way when I go through the VOD it like highlights it for me where the things happened. Do you want to do that? You don't have to.
Do you want a job, JFusion?
Do you want a job? You'll get no money at all.
It's confirmed.
Unironically being pushy for it. True, Pog. JFusion newest mod. Can't believe it. Incredible. Incredible.
Nice work. Good work, everyone.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
nice.
Round of applause
Round of
for
applause.
JFusion.
I need to just go into the thing where I change that because I think I think you need to be an editor for it, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm just gonna add you. Why not? JFusion _. Do you have a little image? Or no, you don't. Okay. Boom, boom. There you go. Newest mod of the minute, everyone. It's like DAF. It's like DAF all over again. Mod of the minute. Except we don't do that with other people and JFusion. There you go, Pog. When are we on modding Bloob? I'll unmod Bloob after it's been exactly 1 year that I modded them. Which is in like... apparently December 21st is when I did it. That doesn't seem right. I think it was like December 9th. Or 19th. I think it was something with a 9. Maybe I just forgot about it. I don't know.
Maybe it just took a while to go through.
That is also true. That could also be. Drake. Hello. Okay. Wait. Do you think it's possible to create a theory of everything?
I mean, probably.
Great,
I've
incredible.
been reading
great
about this
answer.
in the time I've had. While
Okay.
you've been messing around with that. So like, probably because we currently have 2 theories
Okay.
that describe how the universe works, which is general relativity and quantum mechanics. But so one of those is everything, and the other one is everything on a very small scale, and they can't be used for the other one. So general relativity is how things of size move, how you would describe like a star moving, how you would sort of describe gravity, how you would sort of describe acceleration, how would you describe everything. Whilst quantum mechanics is how you would describe particles and subatomic particles and atomic particles, things that would be moving a bit weirdly. Quantum mechanics, essentially, you have to deal with everything as a probability rather than as an absolute. General relativity, you can use absolutes rather than probabilities. So the two don't work together. And then the theory of everything is that you link those two together, and suddenly everything works as one. Everything,
and we
you can
understand
use
the entire universe.
Yeah, you can use the same method to say how a planet is orbiting as you could say a subatomic particle is orbiting. That's a bad example. A subatomic particle is doing something.
It doesn't. They don't really orbit.
Yeah, but that doesn't exist right now for a multitude of reasons. And also, it's kind of telling that how science works, where we have these 2 equations which we use to do everything to do with one or the other. Not talking about string theory. to do with where you have one that does everything on a small scale, one that does everything on a large scale, and they don't work if you use them for the opposite one, which suggests that there must be flaws within the equations themselves. But
so far, they
science
both
develops.
seem to be working.
Science develops in that way. They're accurate enough for what they are used for.
Yeah. That's why they're
Theory of
theories,
everything
because we can never be sure,
Hmm.
right? We can never be 100% sure, because to be 100% sure, you need to test it infinite amount of times, right? And it's impossible to test something an infinite amount of times, we've tried these equations, and every time they've been able to predict accurately for the things that they should be predicting, right? So we assume that they're correct, but there could be tiny little flaws into it.
Yeah, like
And
the good example is pi. Pi is a constant with infinite decimal places. We don't know it exactly, but we know that we know it to such a degree that I may get this wrong, but the level of error is something like over a scale the size of the observable universe, the margin of error is less than the diameter of an atom. So it's very accurate, even if it's not precise enough to be infinitely precise, and to get that maximum accuracy. So it's the same with these equations. They work over such a large scale of things that you're not really worried about how there may be slight adjustments to be made in maybe a constant we've got slightly wrong, maybe other constants out, maybe something isn't exactly multiplied by 2.
Slightly wrong. I don't know. You don't need to have the constants to, theoretically connect them, right? Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? You don't need the actual most of the numbers to.
No, yeah, I see what you mean. You only need a certain number of decimal places to make it so that any error is so. Like I say, you don't need to measure the universe to the diameter of an atom. Pointless.
Yeah, pi with what is it? Five digits after the.
I don't know how many it is.
5 decimal places or something is enough to pretty accurately. I don't know if it was 5. That's just a literally a random number, but it's you only need a few digits of pi to know that, to calculate the circumference of the entire known universe right now, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Which is
it might be that circumference of the universe.
We know more digits than pi, so
yeah.
At some point it just doesn't really do anything anymore.
It's very accurate. So theory of everything is the idea that you merge these two together. You include in it quantum gravity, which we don't have an explanation for. Theory of everything would also need that, as well as combining general relativity and quantum mechanics. So it is still a way away. I would imagine that it wouldn't be too long after quantum gravity was understood that we would come up with a theory of everything. Because I would hope that once you understand how that works, you could maybe make some links between how it works on a quantum scale and how it works on a general relativity scale. Because there's an understanding of space-time required for quantum gravity that we don't have yet. So I would think that the gap between the two wouldn't be far off. But that itself seems a way away. I don't know. When would I expect that to come through? I have no idea. We just don't seem to be close to it. We've detected gravitational waves, which I suppose is a big advancement. But understanding how those really interact with anything, I don't think we've made any progress on that. So, Yeah. Although it is just the stretching and compressing of space, because you measure it, for people who don't know, with a very big laser,
Oh
very
yeah,
big
it's like
laser
the way they
traveling over a
measured.
few
Um,
kilometers.
yeah, the way they measure gravitational waves is just they've got like literally entire tubes of just nothingness where like they can shine lasers through, like underground, and they've got like a triangle, right? I think is the way it's set. Wait, is it?
I'm not sure
Wait,
exactly what they
I
have. I
don't.
think
It's like they
like
send it here, then they send it over there, and then they send it back or something.
I don't
And
know.
that
I
way
thought
they
it was
have
just a
that way
straight
they have
line.
like two directions, so they know where like in which
Oh,
direction
that
the
would make
waves are
sense.
going. You
Yeah.
know, because you've got that way, and with those two you can
Hmm.
have both of the
Called triangulation for a reason. Sorry, it's
yeah.
probably nothing to do with it.
It
Um,
is nothing to do with it. No, but it's like because oh, if you're just shooting a ray of light, you can only like see um
yeah. Well,
the change in
how
length
I thought it
because they
worked
measure
was
the time
yeah.
that it takes, right? And if it takes longer, or if the light gets there like quicker, then that means a gravitational wave passed, right? Because it compressed or like the space expanded there, right? So that
Hmm.
length got longer. But because it's just a direct, it's just a beam, right? So it's one dimensional, really.
Hmm.
Um, which means that they can only measure like the gravitational wave in that one dimension. So if you have two that are like exactly perpendicular, is that the word?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you have two dimensions. That's how to measure it. And there's something with like mirrors and shit. I remember we learned about how they did it, but I forgot.
Same.
Yeah,
Same. Um,
it's very
but
interesting though.
yeah.
Sorry, go on.
What was next in this? I think that's my answer to theory of everything. Probably. Well, in theory, yes. There's no reason that we can't. That we know of. Maybe there is. Do you think math and math proofs have any reflection on reality?
That's a bit of
They,
a weird question because
I
yes,
mean, just because we have them isn't going to change reality, and it's not going to give us an ability to change reality. So we think. Um,
we're not gonna
so,
Thanos
but
give because
no,
we managed to
but it does
calculate pi.
give you an ability to essentially plot reality. To,
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
what you
To,
do in science is understanding reality by being able to predict it, right? And we use math to predict things, and that is how we do science, right? Because we figured out that because of all these energies and these forces working on things, we can pretty accurately measure and calculate that if we put this much force on an object and you push it in that direction and whatever, then this is going to happen to it. And that is because of the mathematical proofs that we have, right? And that's how we got to things um, like the quantum theory and theory of relativity, because we that's how we got we there were math proofs to get there, right?
hmm,
And then it turns
like,
out that using that proof that worked is correct, and like in quotes,
yeah,
and we got
like
to something that was useful.
the theory that the universe is a simulation, for instance, isn't something we can just say it's absolutely not, um, because it is possible, and there are ways in which people um, have derived ways in which it could be done already, where you would get the power from it and stuff like that.
I
But
mean, yeah, you've all
the
seen it in
reason that we
physics.
can't say the universe isn't a simulation, if math proofs were to have no reflection on reality, you wouldn't be able to make a simulation of the universe, because if it is a simulation, it's created by math proofs. So it has to have a reflection on reality, because if it didn't, you wouldn't be able to simulate it, and we know we can simulate it. This isn't a very good answer. This is kind of an appeal to authority argument, but it is known.
Well, yeah, we can
Essentially.
simulate it because these math proofs are like the math that we have is close to. Well, the math is to simulate reality. It's not reality simulates the math simulates reality, right? So it's the other way around. And okay, if we're in a simulation, then there might be some math, but
Yeah,
it's
and
not
anyone
like...
who is simulating the universe will have the theory for everything.
True.
um,
True.
so there you go.
I think one of the most interesting like points they make in the thing that we're in a simulation, one of the most interesting like arguments for it is like the fact that there is a speed limit and things like that, and just like there is a kind of limit to how small you can go as well. Like those two things, like you have like an upper limit and a lower limit, because it's like in this simulation at some point we're just going to cap it off, because otherwise it's going to get crazy, right? So we're just going to cap it off at this random speed. Nothing can go quicker than that,
Yeah.
right?
Sorry,
I think
I'm
that's
trying.
kind of a funny argument for it.
Sorry, I just took a moment to try and get my video in sync, and I got it more out of sync with the first move I made. I just continued trying
How
this.
would your video be more in sync?
I need to, I think, delay my audio slightly because my picture happened slightly afterwards, and I did the wrong one. I delayed my.
You mean on your stream or on my stream?
Yeah, on my stream. I can't fix
Okay.
yours.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't change the delay on
I'm not.
my.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not what I'm doing. I noticed this a
Okay,
while ago. I
okay,
just thought I could
fine.
finally click the button. I don't know where it is though. I've lost the button.
Okay, sure thing, bestie.
Sorry, Prince Charles
What
is
do you
my
know?
bestie.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you know about Gödel's incompleteness factor? Or is
Only
it
what
just
I
Gödel's
have.
incompleteness? How does it factor in? Sorry.
Only what I have googled in the last 5 minutes. It's an odd one. I have read about it before. Interestingly, because I read stuff about unsolved mathematical problems, and this is one of them. There's a few of them actually. You can have a read of them. There's some interesting
there's a
ones
bunch.
and some not interesting ones. The theory of everything is on there, so have fun.
A bunch. Yeah, there's a bunch. Like what's it? The Millennium, questions. I don't know what they call it, but like there's like big. You get like $1 million or something if you solve one of them, right?
Yeah, I think loads of them are like that. But yeah, Gödel's incompleteness theorems, of which there are two, what they go on about is essentially any mathematical proof you derived will not be true for an infinite number of cases. There will always be ones where it is not true, even for things that are known to be true. It uses the example of things that would come out with a natural number might not come out with a natural number in your equation. Natural number just being a number, a whole number. I think specifically, it's been a while since I dealt with them. Yes, a whole number.
Positive whole numbers. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, actually, no.
So. Yeah. That's right.
Are they only? Because it's n. Yeah. What's Z? What's Z called?
Can't remember. Anyway, it's it's an interesting point.
It's been a while,
but a pointless one, I think, because as we said before, pi will not be accurate in an infinite number of cases, despite all the decimals that we have for it, unless we get an infinite number of decimals. There comes a point where even if you don't know everything about it, it doesn't matter. You know enough for it to be useful on every practical level. So the incompleteness factor, while an interesting point about how you'll never be perfect, I suppose, is kind of irrelevant because you'll always be good enough. And there's life lessons with wheat.
That is very true. You'll be good enough. Wheaters 9.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
There's some
Prince Charles
uplifting news about Gödel's incompleteness theorem.
There you go. Why did it... Excuse me, I did not scroll.
You'll never be right for everything, but you can be right for everything that matters.
You'll never be right. Oh,
You'll never be right.
Yeah, there you go.
If not, how
is
can a series of
Champ still
everything
here?
ever be
Because I'm still a bit confused about what they're trying to ask in the do you think math and math proofs have any reflection on reality? Like, what are they trying to ask here?
I think, like,
Champ?
I think it
Champ
is
was
kind
earlier,
of.
I think.
I think it is how we answered it. Really, like, it's about plotting it. Like, I think it's difficult to equate the numbers that come out of a mathematical proof to any real world application, if that makes sense. Like, it's difficult to visualize that connection. Like, 2 pi r, how does that relate from? Like, you kind of know it because you do it. You do. Here's a circle. 2 pi r is how you work out the not the radius, the circumference of it. So, in that regard, you can see how a mathematical equation is working on it. It's the same idea, really. Proofs are just things that you do to prove something to be as universally true as you can by using a set number of essentially uncharacterized variables. So, for instance, for 2 pi r, you would have two constants going into that, and you'd just be proving the relationship between the 2 pi and the circumference is r, a multiplication of r, even. So that's all that proof would be. And then that, I don't know exactly how that proof would go. You can Google it and see the working out steps, I'm sure. I think there's a proof for 1 + 1 = 2 as well.
I mean,
which is, useful.
Yeah. I mean,
but
that's kind of like axiomatic, though, isn't it? 1 + 1 = 2? Because that is like defining 2. Is that? I feel like the proof is just like that. That's like, I guess the proof is just saying 1 is the element that is like is that element whatever, and then.
Oh, I don't know how.
Do you know what I mean?
They
Like
go through it.
the proof of saying 1 + 1 = 2 is just 1 + 1 = 2. You know.
I'm fairly sure it's more complicated than that.
Yeah, that's the point. That's my point.
But yeah,
it's gonna be like more set theory proof than it is like an actual full-on classic mathematical proof. You know what I mean?
hang on. What is the proof? Principia Mathematica. Is that the one?
= 2. Mathematics Stack Exchange.
It doesn't seem right. How long did it take 1 + 1 = 2? A 360-page proof.
Principia Mathematica, written by Alfred North Whitehead and Bertrand Russell. And there's a specific thing in it. That's this, apparently. Yeah, this is a bunch of set theories.
Yeah.
It's just mainly defining what addition is, right? And once you define what addition is, you get
can use that. Yeah. Proofs
that
are
all
fun.
you need to prove that 1 + 1 = 2 is knowing what 1 and 2 is, and then defining the addition, which, well, you need to define what addition is, which is harder than you think, actually.
Yeah.
Because
it's good that we got around to it. Yeah.
There's a when you think about it, it's hard to define addition if you don't know, like, because you know what addition is, right? Everyone knows what addition is, and easy, but how do you define it in a mathematical way?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of
Define
things like
green.
that.
Define green. Not chef, but the rest of you. Define green. I
Well,
can't
that
explain it.
I mean you can, because green is the color of, well, like the light that we see that has a certain frequency, which is like,
Okay,
you know,
fine. But you don't see that frequency. Well, you kind of do. But you don't
you
you
don't.
don't
Okay,
know
but
the
that is
frequency
how
by
you
seeing it.
how you
Yeah,
define
that's how you
green
define
though.
it, I suppose, yeah.
Just because you can't see the whole set theory and all the shit behind
Yeah.
one
I should
one
have
screw
said
doesn't mean it.
describe green, I suppose. In the
Yeah,
same way
that's the
as you
difference.
describe addition.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway,
Anyway.
it is quite interesting. There's a bunch of things, because when you're defining things in mathematics, you need to do it very rigorously and correctly, right? Because it's very simple to just say, oh, it's addition, oh, it's multiplication, but you need to define it in such a way that it is not like you can't mistake it. You can't. It doesn't gain properties that it shouldn't have. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Which is very hard, and you can't use other, because oftentimes definitions of things will have other properties in it that you can't use yet because those rely on the thing you're proving, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, if you're proving addition, it's kind of a weird example because you wouldn't need, like, if you're proving addition, you can't use multiplication because multiplication essentially, definition of
Relies on
multiplication
addition.
relies on addition, right?
Hmm.
But we're getting off track.
Yeah. Um
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, how can a theory of everything ever be proven based on Gödel's
Oh,
incompleteness factor?
chef, we're not anti-colorblind, please. But if you do have to go, I hope work goes well.
It can be proven like I said, enough, basically. I think I've already answered that kind of
Yeah, I think we've
can be.
basically answered this question.
Yeah.
It's interesting theory of everything, but also like, yeah, it's hard to. Also, like, will we ever know if it is really a theory of everything? You know, because it maybe if we have like relativity and fucking, my brain's blanking. What's the other one?
The other one, quantum mechanics.
Quantum mechanics. There we go. If we've got quantum mechanics and relativity, and we find a way to get those to work together, right? Would that be a theory of everything? Would that have everything in it? I don't know. Are there things that,
Maybe there'd be something else we
yeah,
find.
maybe we
How
find something that's
maybe
outside of that, you know?
yeah, maybe dark energy and dark matter would be something else that would require something completely different.
Maybe the other way around, dark energy and dark matter is what we need to find that unifying theory.
Maybe.
But then again, this is all just fucking random speculation and opinion, and yeah.
As is everything about dark matter and dark energy.
True. True, it did, Wise. You are correct. It did come out a couple of years ago. Very proud.
What a
Spin the
stupid
wheel,
name.
random song.
Then again, it's not a stupid name, is it? It's Hawking named this theory now. That's why it's called that. It is stupid. Because it's not. But it is cool. I suppose, 'cause it kind of wasn't.
I don't know much about Hawking's theories.
Neither do I. He did black hole stuff. Thought about
Yeah, because that's
singularity,
Hawking radiation is the way that black holes lose energy or something, right?
mass,
Mass,
and energy, I suppose. Same thing. Same thing.
Which one's
They
going
lose
to be? I
mass
added
through
a new
energy.
Wise one, by the way, because Wise added a lot of new questions.
Brilliant. Perpetual motion, or is it red sky? Oh, for goodness sake!
It's
Not
red
again.
Sky.
Not again. It's
Well,
my
this
it's
is a
my
good one.
trademark answer.
It is a trademark. It's a good one. It's a good one. It is Red Sky.
Who knows? Maybe it's a different question about red skies.
We'll never know. We'll never know until right now because we will know. Because that's the question we're answering. Boom, red sky. Why did the sky turn red in California a while ago?
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's. Have you heard
Oh.
of Rayleigh scattering? Um,
No, this is an interesting one because this is about the sky changing color for reasons other than the time of day.
well,
I mean, the
it
answer's
will.
still the same,
The
but
answer will still be the same, but yeah.
yeah.
Go on.
But there are other factors involved. It is essentially just still Rayleigh scattering, unfortunately, which,
Yeah.
as I've said many times for people paying attention, is the scattering
There's
of light
any
based on its
fans out
energy
there?
as it hits particles in the atmosphere. Depending on how many particles it hits, it'll be a different color. Or that's essentially it.
Which basically depends on the angle at which the sun is to you, right?
Yeah,
Because like.
yeah. When you see it, so when you look up and the sun's above you and you see a blue sky, it's because the higher energy blue light is being scattered
More?
less more. It's one or the
everywhere,
other.
right? It's more because
More?
it's everywhere. Because you see it from all the sides.
No, but the
Whereas
thing is,
whereas the
I'm
more
thinking,
white light you see straight from the sun. No?
yes, that's right. More because it's coming at you from all angles. um, and so yeah, so it comes down, it hits the sky, and it gets directed into your eyes. Whereas the lower energy light isn't hitting anything, so it just continues on a straight line. Whereas sunset, where the light has more atmosphere to come through because you're looking at it over the horizon, the blue light is being scattered everywhere. The red light continues on straight and hits you in the face, so it appears red.
This is like the atmosphere.
The sky turning red for other reasons. Yeah. I'm tempted actually to say it's not Rayleigh scattering. It's just the color of the stuff in the atmosphere. But I want to see why the red sky in
Probably,
California
yeah.
happens.
California
In California,
had a red sky.
Calder fire turned sky red. Oh, it's because everything was on fire and there was a bunch of burning wood in the atmosphere.
Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, it probably isn't really scattering, because it's probably just
It is.
the way it is.
It
Okay,
is
there you go.
sort of. It might not be
Sort of.
Rayleigh scattering, but it is some scattering. The source I was going to use is banned in the EU because, you know, America.
Classic.
They're after your data. Yeah, due to the size of smoke particles, they are better at scattering long wavelengths of red light.
Oh,
So
there you go. Okay, so
things will be
because
red.
there's different shit in the air, the red gets scattered more, which is so usually because the blue lights get scattered more around.
Yeah, that's
Whereas
just
the
just
other
by
colors
like
usually go straight, but now the red ones get scattered as well, which
yeah.
is why
Now
all
the
the sky
particles are
looks
big enough to be interacting with the lower
smaller.
energy photons more, causing
Yeah,
them to
dude.
also be scattered, and you also to see them,
Yeah.
causing the sky to be redder. Because the sun isn't blue, you may have noticed. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that it's basically the same thing as why a sunset is more red, but it's because there's just more chance of the red, like the lower energy photons getting scattered, which is
Yeah.
when it's sunset, that's because it's just going through a larger part of the atmosphere, so there's more chance it will hit something. And when it's more like midday stuff, the sky turns red, it's because there's more things in the sky that it can hit. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Ta-da! Reasoning is the same. It's the same answer again.
It's the
Did you know why
classic
the sky is
Rayleigh
blue?
scattering. We love to see it. We love to see it. Classic
great.
Rayleigh
It's
scattering.
perfect.
Pog. Are there any other instances of the sky changing color in history?
Probably.
Well, it will definitely have changed, like been more red before. I don't know
Yeah,
any.
while I was
You're the
searching that,
history nerd here.
while I was searching for that, apparently in LA the sky turns purple every now and then.
Hmm. Okay.
Which
Do you know
I
why?
guess will just be because the scattering's getting some of the red light involved with the blue
Yeah,
to
yeah.
make it
Purple's
purple.
like more at the blue side anyway, so it's just because you've got the whole spectrum of colors.
Hmm.
The more it goes to.
Yeah, but light uh, combines into like an overall color in the same way, right? Like if you were seeing red and blue on that kind of like photon scale at the same time, you'd see purple. There's still light.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, there's still light primary colors. Like the primary colors of light are red, blue, and green, not yellow, as with paint.
Well, actually, I'll think you'll find it's violet, magenta, and yellow. No, not yellow. No, it is yellow,
It's not
isn't
yellow.
it?
No, it's green.
Is it green? I'm confused. No, yeah, it is green. Is it just green?
I don't know. You're the one
Light.
being specific. I said red, blue, and green. You're the one bringing up violet, magenta, and
Yeah,
lime.
because it's
maybe.
not. Yeah, because it's not just. There we go. If you
Well,
look at this,
excuse
like,
me for taking the audience into account.
Cyan. It's not violet. It's cyan. That was it. But it. Sorry, what I was talking about is dyes, not light colors. There you go. It's pigment.
And you were talking about the overlap.
I was wrong. It was the other way around. That's why I knew it was yellow. It was the other way around. When you're printing and you're like printing on paper, it's these colors.
I
When
can't believe you interrupted me to be wrong.
Light. It's what we do. We're uncertainly accurate here.
True.
That's what we do over here. Anyway, yeah. It was the other way around.
That's another TikTok for the stream. I can't believe you interrupted me to be wrong.
It's green, red, and blue. And they make... So, red and blue make magenta. So, yeah, you'd be right.
Yeah.
It's not purple, though. It's magenta.
Yeah, but it's purple, so deal with it.
I mean, yeah,
there you go.
magenta,
There's a case from history.
There we go.
History being like maybe a few days ago.
A few days ago? I mean,
not that long.
History, yes. That's more recent than when the sky turned red in California. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, it happens. Okay,
Oh
deal with it.
Yeah. Are there any crazy colors that the sky has been?
I can't think of any off the top of my head.
If you
like,
okay.
Well, what would change it? Like,
here's a question.
You'd have maybe the Ice Age would change it. Maybe the eruption of Krakatoa would have changed it. Maybe.
I mean,
the asteroid from the dinosaurs
during the eruption of Krakatoa, the sky was probably grey,
a bit ashy, a bit dark.
You
That's
just couldn't
bit
see the sky.
Yeah,
probably
that's a bit different, though, right? Perpetual nighttime.
Yeah. No, but so you know how in Dragon Ball on Namek,
you got a green sky.
Yeah. How is that possible?
I don't see why not. You just need a specific composition of atmosphere. I'm not sure what that composition would be. Maybe if you had, say, a star of a red dwarf star, so it's giving off less of the high energy photons. So you've got less blue in it.
Right.
And
so
then,
you've got the highest they get is to like green, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're still going to get the high energy ones in there, but you'd have less of them, I suppose. So a combination of that and maybe an atmosphere that's slightly thicker. Like, I don't know. I feel like Venus might have a green atmosphere because it's just really heavy. But then you don't really have artist rendition. Well, you do actually. Find an artist rendition of Venus from the surface. Yeah, because it would just depend on like what's in it. Although that's not really the color of the sky at that point. That's the color of the atmosphere, which I suppose is almost the same thing, but isn't.
Apparently this gotta be kind of yellow according to these images.
Yeah, but I feel like that's just because that's the color of the gases rather than the color of the
Well,
light
yeah, but
being
that is changing the
refracted.
sky.
Yeah.
This is according to Extreme Tech. NASA says Venus may have supported life billions of years ago. I don't care about that.
Who cares? It's fucking dead now.
Yeah, this is what the surface of Venus would feel like, is what it's called. Most of the images I'm getting are like yellowy images, but like, I don't know. Are these accurate?
I don't see
Probably
why
not.
not. They seem fine to me.
Sure.
They seem plausible. So yeah,
But
I
yeah.
imagine a green sky is properly indeed possible.
Well,
And the conditions aren't too outlandish for it to be like something that wouldn't happen. I imagine it would be uninhabitable for humans without a like oxygen suit. But it could happen. No reason it couldn't.
there you go.
Same with the blue grass. No reason that couldn't happen. Just don't eat it. Or maybe you do. Who knows? It might be really good for you.
Yeah, so the thing is, why is everything green here? It's because of the chlorophyll, right? That's like the
Yeah.
main thing that makes things green.
Yeah.
If they use a different kind of molecule that's more blue, then that would make sense, right? Then
Yep.
things would be blue.
Yeah. Or it might just have a different way of living. Not sure
Yeah.
what. Maybe it could feed off. I don't know what it would do. It can have some fun.
It can
Maybe
have
it
some
could
fun.
have an internal combustion system using the methane in the air.
That'd be incredible, though. A plant that just like
Yeah. What a
sucks
fucking
up the air and then you see it like just burn inside.
yeah. There you
And
go.
it just spouts out like carbon dioxide and shit.
Yeah. It's like Wise after a curry. Fuck's sake.
Classic
on.
wise after a curry.
Move on.
Let's move on. There you go. Very, very cool. Really scattering.
Again.
Classic really scattering. Next question. Oh shit, we're going through them. Very slowly, but we're going through them.
This is good progress.
You like curry wise? I should really make this spin a bit shorter. I don't know why it's such a long spin.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Fucking fiend for curry. Oh,
Almost.
okay. The song
Almost.
ended before the spin was done. Kiss? Or piezoelectricity? Or wise? Is it the wise questions? Are we gonna be allowed to do the wise questions?
Nah, this is piezo electricity.
Pizza?
Whatever that is.
Yeah, it's like pizza.
Ah, of course it is.
It is close to no, there we go. It was close, but it wasn't on there. Okay.
Piezoelectricity.
It's very interesting. This is one I did a tiny bit of looking up for beforehand. So, these two were kind of connected. How are the ancient Greeks able to get electric charge out of amber? And the answer is piezoelectricity, basically. So, what is piezoelectricity? Basically, it is the way that structures like crystals that are not that are asymmetrical in the way they're built basically generate electrical currents when they are like compressed or stretched out. There's a really good image I found earlier. No, I don't want to save this image. Open image in new tab. There you go. It's a really cool, really good image. So this is quartz, right? And you've got... Actually, I've got a better plan. Copy image. Boom. We're gonna just look at it in here. Even better. So, usually quartz, a quartz crystal, this is the way their structure works, right? They've got large positive parts, atoms, I don't know, whatever. Larger negatively charged atoms, right? Ions, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Together, when there's no stress on it, it's in a electrical balance, right? Because there's as much, like in every direction, it's symmetrical, it's balanced, kind of. It's like symmetrical when you turn it. Which means that there's no voltage difference between any points of it, so there's no energy flowing. However, when you compress it, or when you like extend it, when you pull on it like this, in the middle one, you pull out the two positively charged one, and the negatively charged one gets like pulled down, which makes it like the positively charged ions stronger on this side, which creates basically. Oh, it literally says silicon atom. I should read. Imagine reading. So yeah, basically, if you pull on it, it changes the structure of it a bit, and that changes that basically creates a voltage difference between the two sides of it, which then will generate a bit of like a tiny bit of electric current, right? Same thing if you compress it, the negatively charged particle gets stronger at this side, and the positively charged particles get stronger at the bottom, which just reverses the current basically. Now that effect, so by just pushing and pulling on the quartz, you basically create an electric current that, well, if you're alternating it, you get an alternating current like you would from the way we generate electricity otherwise, right? And that is basically the idea of piezoelectric materials. Now the thing is, if we send in an electric current into it as well, that will make the quartz vibrate itself at that same frequency as well. Because if we're sending in if we're trying to use it as a current, we're sending an electric charge, it will move itself, and that is like a way to. There's some like piezoelectric speakers. Actually, I can show you, but it wouldn't really work. If there's I have an Arduino, right? And in the little Arduino starter set, there's a piezoelectric speaker, which is just a tiny little. You can't really see it. It's just a tiny little disc, basically. And if you put a little frequency in it, it will vibrate at that frequency. And because it vibrates at that frequency, that is moving the air pressure, and that is generating sound. So this is piezoelectricity is a way to. It's basically just a way to change electrical energy into mechanical energy, or the other way around. Boom. So I guess that's how they did it in ancient. I'm assuming that's similar because amber is a crystal structure, probably.
Sounds good.
It's okay. It's either that. I kind of lumped them together because they were close together, and I just assumed because amber has a crystal structure, I assumed that's how they did it. I didn't actually look into the amber thing. The other option is because amber is also like tree sap, right? It's crystallized tree sap. It could just have chemical energy in it, because you can literally burn amber burns very well, I think, as well. So maybe that's how they did it. I don't know. I don't know how they got. I don't know how else except piezoelectricity. Why is it often a property of crystals? Because crystals are. You need it to. It is the thing that crystals have. Not every crystal has it, because if you're. Crystals are made of like repeating structures, right? So I've talked about this. So you'll have like lattices, and you'll have like a unity square, unity lattice, whatever. Um, that will have like elements on certain parts of it, right? You'll have atoms on certain parts, like the quartz crystal we saw. So if it is fully symmetrical in every direction, it means that if you compress it, it's still symmetrical, and it won't change anything. So for example, like iron has a crystal structure, but the atoms just arrange in a nice little like box like that, you know. Well, like the lattice structure would be this, I think. That one, which if you compress it or you don't compress it, it doesn't change the. It's not gonna make one side more positively charged or negatively charged, so there's no electric current flowing through it. But a bunch of crystals aren't as symmetrical as iron is, or a lot of metals are anyway, and that way you get piezoelectricity. Are you looking anything interesting up, Wheat?
No,
Anything interesting to
I
say?
thought I'd leave this one to you. Yeah, nothing to
Fair
add.
enough.
Sounds fun.
Fair enough,
Yeah.
fair enough.
It's just a bunch of rubbing together, and that is nice. Go on, everyone. Rub yourselves together and generate some charge.
Why are you like this? What factors have to be met in order for a crystal to be piezoelectric? I've basically gone over that. Are all crystals piezoelectric? Not always. A crystal will generate more charge than others. I think it depends on how much you like the shape of them and the pressure. Because like, if it's more positively charged on one side and more negatively charged, there's a higher voltage gap, so the charge will be different. Amount of force you apply, yeah, I guess it does affect the amount of charge given. Because if you push it, if you squeeze it in harder, the voltage difference will change. If you amount of steady of force, does the charge continue to flow? Yeah, because it will be DC. It will be a DC flow, which is just a constant flow of energy. If you just couldn't apply a constant pressure on it, could you charge a battery like that? Yeah, I think they do. Not entirely sure if there's like batteries that use it. I don't like. It's not a massively big. It's never gonna be a very large electrical current that you're generating, but it's useful for things like watches and stuff. Often have like a little piece of quartz in it because it has specific frequencies that it will a diode to rectify the output. How do you mean? To make it into a battery, or what do you mean?
Sorry.
Wait, what?
I decided against something. Anyway.
Oh god, I can't hear what you're saying. I'm sorry.
That's for the best.
Okay, no, I can hear you again.
Okay, good.
What did I miss? My headset decided to just literally as you started speaking to be like, "Fuck you." You're gonna stop working now. Anyway, okay. What did I miss? What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
Chat. What was he saying?
I didn't say anything in the end. I decided against it. That was it. Yeah. Nice work.
Sure thing, bestie. It can only produce AC. Okay. There you go. I didn't know that. I guess it makes sense because it
Thwoms, and that goes in two directions.
Yeah.
It's like a sponge. You squeeze and then you can expand, and it pulls and pushes. This is totally right. I haven't googled anything for this one.
It's close enough. Will the crystal deform itself? So the thing is, this is like on like atomary scale, the crystal is not gonna start like bouncing.
Bomb, bomb.
Um,
I said it forms. It must
Sorry, it
bounce.
won't start to form in like visibly. I think that I know of, but I mean
Damn.
it kind of does because that's like the thing that if it's like a basically like the piezoelectric speaker thing I had a song about earlier, it will. I guess that is visible enough to create sound, right? Because the vibrations are strong enough to create sound. Um, but I don't know. Can maybe I don't know enough about this if it's gonna like break or anything. Like maybe if you put so much charge in it, it's just gonna start forming enough. If you put like the exact frequency of AC in it that it starts to resonate, it's gonna form so much that it will This is just the official term now, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
It
How
will
much
form enough so that it will it goes like it probably breaks at some point. The tensile strength isn't strong enough to keep it together or something. I don't know. I don't know enough like what the exact what's it called?
from?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know to what extent from causes damage either. I haven't formed enough in my life. It's a complaint I often have, to be honest. Why won't someone form with me?
I hate you. I hate you. Anyway, unless if Mountain Chili has more to say about piezoelectricity, I think that's all right. We've answered the question, kind of.
Yeah, that was piezoelectricity
Yeah, piezo.
or
Definitely.
piezoelectricity.
Classic electricity is very cool. Is very interesting. Um, but because it also it will like at least the thing the way the Arduino piezoelectricity like the piezoelectric speaker thing works, it just vibrates at the same it will vibrate at the same frequency as your AC well yeah the frequency of your alternating current that you're going through it, right? So that way you can that way just by changing the current the speed of the current alternating the frequency, that's the word I was looking for. By changing the frequency of the current, you can change the frequency of the sound that it creates, and that way you can play certain notes. You can be like, this is a C, this is a D, you know?
So you
Which
can
is,
get musical piezoelectricity.
yeah, it's very cool. I made a little thing the other day with it. I don't have it anymore. Maybe next week I can show you. Maybe.
Maybe.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty fucking cool. Right.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Next question. Let's go back to the wheel. Random song. I didn't change the length of the spinning, so this is very tense. Oh my god. It feels like in like one of those reality shows where someone's gonna get kicked off the island. You know? It's like they're about to reveal who it is.
Will it be wheat or redox?
Maybe Wise. It could be Wise who gets kicked off the island.
We can
Or
only
Dad, maybe.
dream.
Dad's also on there.
We can only dream. It's going to be Dad, isn't it? No,
No,
no.
it
It'll keep
seems
going
it
for
could
quite a
be
while.
Wise.
Actually,
We could spin up
this
to
might be
Wise.
Wise.
It might be. I'm pretty sure. Is it gonna spin up to perpetual motion? Though? I think not. I think we've got some Wise questions coming up.
Unbelievable. Wise has been voted off.
Wise, you're the weakest link. Goodbye. Although, look how close we are to perpetual motion. It's still spinning. Oh my god.
If this wheel perpetually moves for any longer,
oh my god! Wise.
wow. Unbelievable.
I can't believe that. You've not been voted off. Literally a pixel into the next one.
Wise, you are not the weakest link, as it
You
turns
are
out.
not the
Perpetual
weakest
motion is.
link. Oh my
Perpetual
god.
motion is something only
Incredible.
slightly more fictional than Wise.
That is the most tense spin I've ever seen in my life. Okay. Perpetual motion is interesting though. Something interesting to talk about. Okay. Chef said, my science teacher always made it sound like finding a method of perpetual motion is like a huge priority in the area of physics. But is that concept actually taken seriously at all by physicists? Can you confirm? Is it taken seriously at all?
No.
There you go. There you go. No, it's not. Because, per definition, perpetual motion would just break conservation of energy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, without putting energy in, it would gradually lose energy to something or another. So,
Yeah.
motion ending. And if you
Yeah.
put energy in, it's not perpetual motion.
The other one breaks thermodynamics? What do you mean the other one?
Yeah, there you go. Just seems like something so impossible by our understanding of the world that why would we be trying so hard, you know? Are we even trying?
No one's trying because it's impossible because even in the vacuum of space, you lose energy by through radiation, right?
Yeah, but even motion, you lose energy. Like, despite how small a scale it is, and you're spinning in the vacuum of space, you. Oh no, that's a different thing. Sorry, I'm
No,
thinking of
okay.
orbiting
Some
things.
perpetual motion machines break the second law of thermodynamics instead. Fair enough.
Ah,
Fair enough. Which
yeah.
is the second law of thermodynamics again? I need to look up. I swear I used to know these.
The entropy one. Okay. Sure. What is
Heat
this?
cannot flow itself from colder body to a hotter body.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, spinning object in space.
Yeah. Yeah, so on Earth you've got friction with the air and stuff in which you lose what like if any movement will create friction, you lose things to heat just in general. You lose energy to heat, you lose energy to friction, which also turns into heat. And just generally that's like the main things I guess. So you always need to add more energy to it, right? So a perpetual
Yeah.
motion machine, for anyone who doesn't know, maybe I don't know, is a machine that would move forever. If you didn't stop it, it would keep moving forever. Which technically, if you think about it, because of one of Newton's laws, second, third, one of those,
Bunch
the
of
one
them.
I think the third actually. It says the one that is, if there's no acceleration being like if there's no force on a if there's no forces on an object, it will keep its velocity, right? So if something is moving and there's no forces at all working on that object, it will keep moving. But the thing is, there's always some forces. There's always some forces working on an object practically in the real world. But technically, if something was spinning and it's in a vacuum, there's no gravity, there's no magnetic fields because it's the material it's made out of is not made of particles, I guess. Like there's so many things that are like even things like magnetic fields and stuff are also energy transfer, right? Which can just come from the thing itself. Because if there's charge moving, for example, because the thing that is moving is charged in any way, that will generate a magnetic field, which is energy. So maybe that's a way to lose energy in space.
Yeah, there's so if you are just spinning in space, you will still be being affected by the odd particle hitting you, radiation from stars, gravity from things. What I'm trying to find if there was nothing around you, if you
Yeah.
didn't, if so, just in a general vacuum, like, is there anything
Well,
you
you
would
still
release?
lose. I mean, it's the same as a
Yeah, that's what I
black
was
hole. Maybe you
thinking.
start to radiate Hawking radiation. And probably not. Would also have it lose energy if the object is not perfectly symmetrical. There you
Good
go.
thing I'm perfectly symmetrical.
True. Yeah, I think that is like point symmetry though, and not line symmetry.
Yeah, I was
Since
thinking,
it would
like,
generate gravitational waves. There you go. We're gonna
yeah, I
watch
was
this thing
thinking,
that
would you
was.
release gravitational waves? And then I was thinking,
Lisa's
that's
becoming
things in
very
orbit.
obsessive.
But I guess you kind
This
of are in
morning,
orbit
I caught
around
her
your
trying
center
to
of mass.
dissect
So,
her own raincoat.
I know.
if you're not symmetrical, that
And
is.
this
So yeah,
perpetual motion machine she made today is a joke.
it
just
works.
keeps going
You're losing
faster
energy.
and faster.
Congrats, guys.
Bart isn't doing very
If you ever
well
want to
either.
feel
He needs
important, spin
boundaries and
around and release
structure.
your gravitational waves all over the
There's
universe.
We're not listening to you. We're watching The Simpsons. Okay. This is
Damn,
very
I
important.
made great
about
stories.
flying a
Now.
kite at night.
Anyway,
That's so unwholesome.
Hello, Mother dear.
Oh, that's it. We have to get them back to school.
I'm with you, Marge. Lisa, get in here.
I mean,
So she made a perpetual motion machine. There you go. No, it
I
wasn't
think
a
you've missed
perpetual
the
motion.
punchline here by pausing
Yeah,
it there.
we did. We did also go past the part about perpetual motion way earlier. Anyway,
Pretty sure there's another one at the end.
I'm sure. I don't care. I don't care enough.
No, me neither.
Literally add the punchline. No worries. I'll do it again. I'll
Do it again, bitch. We don't have jokes here.
We don't care
Just-
about. This is not a funny stream, wise. Okay. Very
This is a
serious
science
stream.
stream.
But yeah, perpetual motion would always break some sort of law. What if you're not spinning? You're just moving in a direction in space, because that way you're not You're not
In
there's no
space, you'd
gravitational
still
pull
have
there.
the same thing. In a completely empty vacuum of the same
Well, yeah, I
properties
know.
of the universe, only there's nothing else. Yeah, you'd just keep going. Because it's kind of like at that point relativity. Motion is relative to something else. If there is nothing else around you, you moving is the same as you
Are
moving.
you even
go.
moving? True.
So, yeah.
That is a good point.
You just keep on going. Obviously, in actual space, you'd be hit by things. So, however light they may be, you would gradually slow down. But in a total vacuum with nothing else there anywhere around there, if you were an infinite distance away from anything else, you would keep going forever.
Yeah. I had enough, guys. I had enough. Okay. It wasn't funny. Wasn't interesting. Had enough. If 36 seconds is the maximum amount of time that I have to watch something, okay? That's the maximum amount of time that I have an attention span for. Unless if it's something I'm interested in, apparently. I don't know. Shut the fuck up. True though.
Okay. Nice.
There you go. Perpetual motion. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay, we're gonna make it. We're not gonna make it an entire minute of spin. Let's go 20
thank
seconds of
goodness.
spin now. This is a quick one.
I can't believe
Oh,
it.
this is a
You've
banger.
been lasting 36 seconds on this.
This is great. I love this.
This one might be Kiss. Or Asteroids, actually. It's slowed down a lot. Oh, I'm not used to
it's
this pain. You might see pain.
Yeah.
Wow. I'd got used to a virtually frictionless wheel, so
Yeah, there's way more friction now. We're going for which one was it? Wait.
Pain.
Pain. Okay, I instantly forgot the second I stopped. Why do we feel pain when there's nothing wrong, no wounds?
Random nerves firing for no reason.
Probably.
I guess.
Maybe. I don't know.
Um,
I first of all, that probably means there is something wrong. Because usually you don't feel pain unless there is pain unless you have like, if there's something different to your nervous system. You said it, Wise. Do you have an ass muscle spasm that hurts really bad? Is that a thing you have? I don't know. But yeah, another thing that this makes me think of is like phantom pains. With for people who have like so
limbs missing.
yeah, if they have like like amputees, if you've got your hand amputated or something, they would still feel things as if they had pain in their hand, but they clearly don't have a hand, right? And I think that's just I don't know exactly what that is. Because I want to say it's just because, well, arms weren't supposed to not have hands at the end of them, so the nerves are kind of connected weirdly, and they have, like, they're not, like, even after surgery, they're not perfectly connected back, so there's some, I guess it's more sensitive, and maybe some, like, just some slight change in concentrations of on your skin or whatever will have stronger impacts on the neurons and then they'll start firing to be like something's happening here when it's just I don't know.
Not.
Is pain when the neuron signal is different than normal? That is actually a very good question. I don't know. I think pain is just a specific neuron. Because you've got
Yeah, I
something
think
called
it's
pain receptors, right? I'm
yeah.
assuming they're
Like I think
different.
it's just there are set ways of pain that we can feel because you can be made to feel like pain chemically. Like I think there's some animals that are poisonous in a way where it makes your nerves fire as though you were in pain. So
Yeah.
I would say that neurons are probably a kind of on-off situation, and if
We've
a
got
whole
multiple
bunch of them
kinds
goes
of
on,
sensory cells. Is what I
you feel
found.
pain. A lot of pain, I should say.
I guess this doesn't really help me. It's called a nociceptor. It's a pain receptor. Which just responds to damaging stimuli. But so as you can see here, there's different kinds of cells. This is like a sensory cell. This is like the kind of cell you'd get like in your ear to sense like your like how quick you're going, or just to hear, I guess, is a similar kind of cell. And encapsulated nerve ending. No fucking clue what that does. I'm gonna look at nociceptor. Nociceptor shown as free nerve endings. So this okay. So the first one is pain receptors. Yeah, there you go. So specifically, if these are what's the word? Stimulated, I guess. If these first kind of nervous cells, neurons, are stimulated, they boom. I'm so bad at speaking today. I can't make my sentences. My brain is very incoherent today.
No, I hope the next one's something I understand then.
Yeah. Anyway, so the first one is your pain receptors. So they'll only respond to things like pain, but I guess sometimes they can be triggered by other things, but because our body knows if these are firing, that means there's something that's painful. So if you manage to start firing them, like Wheat says, chemically maybe, that just feels like pain for you, right? Sometimes people will have problems with their nervous system, and that will, like, if it's something with these kind of neurons, for example, that might be they might feel things stronger. They might fire quicker than other people. They might just fire at random moments, and that is because of I don't know. I don't know what exactly. It depends on. There's multiple things that could be wrong with them, I guess. But yeah, there you go. There's different kinds of neurons for pain or for other sensory things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a look at phantom pains real quick.
Where does temperature come into that as well? Does that have a specific nerve, or is it all the same one? Because that feels slightly different.
Look up how we sense temperature. That's a good
Yeah.
question. Okay, so people believe that phantom pain comes from mix-ups of the system's signals. Where if something's amputated, a signal from somewhere else will go through the wrong neuron, basically, and then your body's going to be like, oh, that was pain in my hand, but you don't have a hand, right?
It just seems to say it's part of the sensory neuron. It's specifically called a thermoreceptor. And then there's this absolutely brilliant and completely ununderstandable sentence in the location of it in humans, which says,
Okay.
in humans, temperature sensation enters the spinal cord along the axons of Lissor's tract that synapse on first order neurons in grey matter of the dorsal horn, 1 or 2 vertebral levels up. The axons of these second order neurons then decussate, joining the spinothalamic tract as they ascend to neurons in the ventral posterolateral nucleus of the thalamus.
No,
I
that
feel
actually
like that-
kind of makes sense, because that basically what it's saying is that it goes into your spine, and then as it travels up your spine through because axons are the end of neurons, right? So the sensory effect, what's it called? The I don't know words. The thing, the fucking pulse, that's a good word. The pulse travels basically through your spine, and then it goes into your thalamus, which is in your brain.
Yeah, but also, if I ever become an intergalactic space god, I'm going to use that exact description as my title.
Fair enough. That is fair enough.
I present to you Wheater's 9. The axon of these second order neurons then decussate, joining the spinothalamic tract as they ascend to neurons in the ventral posterolateral nucleus of the thalamus.
Yeah, ventral means it's like this part, because you've got 4 parts of your spine, right? And I think ventral's like the neck part, the top neck part, and then you've got
How dare you
dorsal
mock
is like,
my title?
I'm not mocking, I'm just talking. Dorsal is like your back, and then you've got another one. I don't remember. Which is like the
decussate
lower
mean?
back, and then you've got like your tailbone, which is just called your tailbone, I think. I don't remember anatomy enough. But yeah, pain. I think that is I think that's most of it.
I think that's pain covered.
Yeah. That was interesting though. That is really interesting. I do love like neurology. Is that
Pain.
the word?
Oh,
It's like one of the most interesting parts of
I do love
the
pain.
biology part. Anyway, pain. Boom. Okay, we're gonna go a bit longer again.
Ooh,
We're gonna go back up to 30 seconds. Okay, you ready?
ooh, why not 36?
Oh, true. That way I have exactly enough time to have an attention span. Let's go.
Yeah. There we go. Now what, 36 seconds to kill.
They're singing this one. This is the elevator one.
Can you give me a rendition? Because I can't hear it. Oh, give me asteroids. No.
It's gonna be Kiss or Wise. Are we gonna kiss Wise? Who knows?
Why are they next to each other?
Taking up the elevator.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
it is Wise. It's Wise. It's happened again. We've barely crossed over to the next one and we're at Wise. Boom. Wise. Should we do all the
Wise.
Wise questions or should we just do one and then add Wise back on the list?
I don't know, because normally we do Wise speed run, and then that works, I think.
But I quite like just doing one Wise question and putting Wise back on the list, you know? That way
Sure,
we
we'll
can
just
have
speed run
multiple Wise.
one and then go back to it. We spend longer spinning the wheel for Wise than we do answering the question.
Okay, okay, I have a plan. I'm gonna go grab I'm gonna go grab dice and we're gonna roll, and then we're gonna see which one
Okay,
is the question we answer. Okay.
sounds good. So, can we not just do them all? Like, you know, shall I guess which one's going to come up and answer it?
Yeah, go on.
I think it will be. How many sides does your dice have?
I don't know. I got a 4-sided one if you want.
Perfect.
I can also get a D8. That might be more exciting.
Nah, I'm going to go with 3.
3.
And,
okay.
I'll start answering that now.
Wait. Okay, no. Before you do
what
that,
if I-
how are we gonna number it? Are we gonna number it from top to bottom, or are we gonna number it from like
Of
the
course
middle?
we are.
And we
Top to
just
bottom.
loop around or something? Okay,
Top to
okay, I'm
bottom.
gonna roll my die right now. Get ready.
Actually, I'll tell you what the order is later.
no, that's not how it works.
Now that
That's
I've.
not how this works.
yeah.
Top to bottom. Okay, get ready. I've rolled a 2.
Damn it. Well,
Are you gonna
No.
focus on that?
actually, right. Today,
It's kind of not legible.
because I've been working from home, I'm
Pete
actually
wearing
wearing
shorts today?
my pajama shorts underneath my kickboxing trousers.
There you go.
Because it's comfortable that way. Don't have to get dressed. Also stay warm. Pretty good.
Yes, Wheat is wearing shorts today. Pog, PC cheer. Okay. I hope we get that elevator song again. That was great. I love that. We've added Wise back to this again.
Wonderful.
This is fun too. It's very on the beach thingy, like beach episodes. And
Is it Dad? Or it might be
what if we get to Wise again? We're
pressure.
not gonna get to Wise again. That just cut off. What the fuck? That was a terrible cut for the music.
It's clearly not designed for 36 seconds.
No, but it didn't like fade out or anything. It just cut in the middle of a note. Like the music was clearly longer. Pressure. Under pressure. Doomed. Oh, it's the good one. This is the one that we were talking about. Okay. This is the one we were talking about yesterday. How much pressure is there inside your body? If you went to space, would all your inside get sucked out or just some? So how did we get to this yesterday? I want to figure out that first. So I
I think you were wondering, or Isaac was wondering, or everyone was wondering.
That was
What
it. Was
were we
wondering.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I'm trying
how
to
we
work
got
out how to
there.
phrase this because I don't want to be wrong. Whether your ass would explode in space.
That was like afterwards, right? Is something like if you're in a vacuum, would you're it because we started talking about shitting in space, I think was how he started, or something like that. And then Isaac was like, if you're in space, it would just get sucked out because of the pressure difference, right? Because there's a higher pressure inside than there is outside because you're in a vacuum outside. Or the other way around? I don't know, one of the two. So what is the answer here? Would your ass get emptied out? Is the pressure high enough in your ass that there's a pressure difference between your ass and the outside that your ass gets sucked out?
Because I would expect so.
Your blood would boil. That is true.
But would it come out of your
But
ass?
the reason your blood boils is because the pressure in your body changes, right? Not
Yeah.
So if the
so
pressure
where
in your
does
body
the-
changes, that means it wouldn't be a large pressure difference enough to force the shit out your ass. Your orguses. You can't say orguses. That's not okay. Pressure inside human body. Vacuum.
Anyway, Earth sea level pressure is 101.3 kilopascals. That's 1 atmosphere. The Armstrong limit, which is the point of pressure where water boils, is 6.25 kilopascals. So 0.06 times Earth sea level pressure. The next stage of what we need to work out is but is there water in your poop? The answer to that is probably yes.
Yeah, probably, actually.
That would
So it
boil.
would also boil in your ass. But
The thing is, I think what we're wondering is the first thing that happens is the pressure in your body lowers. So, where is the air in your body coming out of? That's the first part, because that needs to happen first. And would that come out of your ass?
maybe. I'm reading something about the human body in space here.
Or does that even matter?
Well, just because it's talking about what would happen to the human body if you're in space, right? Which is kind of accurate.
Yeah.
Which is what we're
I
talking
don't think
here.
you can even say that your body has an atmospheric pressure. It just experiences an atmospheric pressure.
Yeah. Well,
So-
there is a pressure. I mean, there is a.
No,
if-
because
the thing is, your ass is not enclosed. It's not an enclosed area. It's connected to the outside, so it would. So if you came from a 1 atmosphere of pressure, right, and you got hurled into space, like suddenly that
Whoa.
pressure, that atmosphere of pressure, like you're in a spaceship and just the spaceship vanishes around you.
gone.
Then there is a pressure difference in your ass and the area around you, right? Because suddenly you're in a vacuum, but your ass is in a vacuum. And I think then there would be like a force pushing shit out, literally shit out. But I think if you just do it more gradually, that means because it's not a very large area, so
You
there's
could
a-
hold it.
I mean, it's true, maybe. um, but I think they should just. I'm thinking it wouldn't do much because if you do it like slowly and not just like snap, it just gradually changes the pressure inside of your body as well. Which, so, to a point where the forces aren't strong enough to do anything really. It might be easier to shit though. I don't know. Would it be easier to shit or harder?
I don't know. I think this is being
Because there's no
looked at
gravity
slightly
as well.
wrong, because when I was thinking about it, I was thinking the pressure in your body has to change first, but that's not true, because the pressure change around your body would be enough. So, say for instance, you just threw a ball of water into space. It doesn't really matter what's the pressure in that ball of water. It's all in now the no pressure area where it's going to boil. And I don't feel like the body is too much different because you're not.
Well, yeah, but that's if we're talking about the boiling part. But we're talking just about the pure.
Once you start to boil, does it all come out?
Yeah.
I imagine everywhere
Just,
that
if
it
we
can.
ignore the boiling part real quick.
Yeah,
If you
and
just
just say
ignore
you are
that
now
and
full
just-
of gas. Where's it going to come out?
Yeah.
The shortest route,
would
I
your
guess.
insides get sucked out? Is the question, right? So would it?
No, I wouldn't.
No,
I don't think your
basically,
insides.
don't think that would ever happen.
No, like your head might explode. So
No, it wouldn't though, because there's not. I
Well,
don't
if-
think
if,
your
like-
head would ever explode because first of all, your skulls are really strong.
yeah, but it wouldn't need to break your skull, just the skin. Because you're looking at like
Yeah, but how is
Everything in your
your
head
skin is so
boiling.
thin? How is it gonna explode?
well,
what's the
okay.
force that is making it explode?
well, if you're saying pressure essentially, you've got all this gas now building up in your head because all the water in your head is now boiling.
Okay, but that's because but you're still thinking about the boiling part. If we just say you don't boil,
Okay,
that doesn't happen.
so we're not in space anymore.
No, no, but it. I mean, okay, you start to boil, but that's kind of like slowly. It's not like you're not like just gonna blow
No,
up like
okay,
your
yeah, fair
fucking
enough.
what's her face from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, you know?
So if you experience the boiling of space, but you let it all out gradually, if that makes sense,
It's just
you
if
have a
you
controlled release of gas.
yeah, for example.
Okay,
I think that
So-
would just happen anyway because your body and just your skin is porous, right? So the gas that would appear would
it would come out your ears, your eyes,
Yeah.
your nose,
if
mouth.
otherwise you would just be sad. Exactly, champ. Exactly.
Mm.
Like freeze drying, kinda, except freeze boiling. Wait, boil drying.
Oil drying. Kind of oil drying.
Kind of. Yeah, sure. But yeah, I don't think there's like a big enough there would be a big enough pressure difference with your ass and space for the shit to get pushed out of your ass or like even your organs to come out with it. Because your organs are usually quite
Yeah,
solid.
anything solid isn't gonna come out.
Yeah.
Like only, well, water and gas is gonna come out of you. Water as gas.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah, if you're already like if you're already
you're a bit of
prone
a
to
gamer.
things like that. Maybe. Uh-oh, yeah, wise don't go into space.
Yeah.
Your ass is gonna leave your body. Yeah. Interesting question though. It's a really interesting question. It's interesting to think about. if you think about all the physics happening, because there's a lot happening in your body when you go into space.
Yeah,
And, like,
when you explode.
The thing is, when we send people into space, we have to find a way to not we have to, first of all, these people need to breathe, right? So we need the environment they're in to have oxygen and other gases in it, well, mainly oxygen. But also not too high oxygen, because that is very dangerous. So you have to create basically like a perfect air environment with the perfect amount of pressure, and then that also in a spacesuit, which is really hard to do, and that's why spacesuits are really fucking expensive, but they're really hard to move in, and like, literally, if you during the moon missions, the lunar landers and stuff, when they went to the moon, they had to be so careful while walking around, because basically in the suits they had at the time, which I don't know how much different they are now. We don't really do that many not inside the International Space Station things anymore. Basically the suits they had at the time, if they fell, that was just it. Like, they were fucked, you know? Because the suits were very, like, if something would have ruptured, that would have been horrible. There were a lot of things that could go wrong, basically, and falling was like ticked like 90 of the boxes of things that could go wrong with it if you fell. You did miss your question. Yeah, I'm sorry to say. We did answer it, so you could go look in the VOD if you wanted.
Yeah.
I've literally already forgotten which your question was the theory of everything one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was one of the first ones we did.
Yeah, I think it was the first one we did, actually. It was interesting. We spent quite a lot of time on it, actually.
Yeah.
It was a good one. It's a good question. But yeah, your ass would probably not get sucked out of you. The VOD.
No, your ass would still be attached at the end.
Yeah.
Nice
There you
work,
go.
everyone.
Nice work. Should do one more question. The final question. It can be asteroids, kiss, fingerprint, dad, or wise.
Come on, asteroids.
Okay. Let's go. Okay. This is a jam. I like this.
Dad. Fuck's sake. Oh no.
Oh, is it
we
gonna
might
be wise? It might be asteroids. We might make it.
Come on.
It's so close.
No.
Are we gonna make it?
No.
No, yeah. Oh my god. That's the third time that's happened today.
Fuck you, wise.
That's the third time it's happened today. Earlier it was just like just a pixel over. Now it's just a pixel behind the thing we want. This is incredible.
Roll
This
the
wheel
dice.
has been amazing. Okay.
Roll
Not
the
gonna
dice.
move it.
If it's true again, we have to answer it again.
yeah, we're not removing a question. Okay, I've got my die again. Let's see what I rolled. It's a 1. You can't
Oh.
see it, but it's a 1. There we go.
Why do they call it oven when you of in the cold food of out hot eat the food?
Champa really wants to know the answer to that one as well.
Do they call it oven when you of in the cold food of out eat hot eat the food? Fuck's sake.
Do you know the reference even?
I think that the joke here is oven of in of out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't know
it's
the
a
reference.
it's a Garfield reference. Classic
Wow.
Garfield. Why did they call it oven? When you oven the cold food, of out, hot, eat the food. It's a classic question. I think it's a good question. What would you say, Wheat? What's the answer? Both Wise and Champ want to know, Wheat. This is a very important question. Please. Please, Wheat. The people want to know. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hello? Wheat.
The earliest ovens were found in Central Europe and date back to 29,000 BC. They were roasting and boiling pits inside yurts used to
Piss.
cook mammoth.
Did you just say piss?
Pits.
They were roasting and boiling piss.
Pits.
Can't believe they were roasting and boiling
Ukraine.
piss.
From 20,000 BC, they used pits with hot coals covered in ashes.
Piss.
The food was wrapped in leaves and set on top, then covered with earth. In camps found in Mezhirikt, each mammoth bone house had a hearth used for heating and cooking. Ovens were used by cultures who lived in the Indus Valley and in pre-dynastic Egypt. By 3200 BC, each mud brick house had an oven in settlements across the Indus Valley. Ovens were used to cook food and to make bricks. Pre-dynastic civilizations in Egypt used kilns about 5000 to 4000 BC to make pottery. Tandir ovens used to bake unleavened flatbread were common in Anatolia during the Seljuk and Ottoman eras and have been found at archaeological sites distributed across the Middle East. The word tandir comes from the Akkadian tinaru, which becomes tanner in Hebrew and Arabic, and tandir in Turkish. Of the hundreds of bread varieties known from cuneiform sources, unleavened tinaru bread was made by adhering bread to the sidewalls of a heated cylindrical oven. This type of bread is still central to rural food culture in this part of the world, reflected by the local folklore, where a young man and woman sharing fresh tandir bread is a symbol of young love. However, the culture of traditional bread baking is changing with younger generations, especially with those who reside in towns, showing preference for modern conveniences. During the Middle Ages, instead of earth and ceramic ovens, Europeans used fireplaces in conjunction with large cauldrons. These were similar to the Dutch oven. Following the Middle Ages, ovens isn't Dutch oven
Yeah,
a farting trick?
it's a thing. It's when you fart underneath the blankets and then you
Yeah. Well, this is similar to them.
there you go, the Dutch oven.
Ovens underwent many changes
A
over time.
farting trick. Yeah, I love how you called it a farting
Yeah.
trick.
And an electric. Yes, a farting trick. A magical farting trick that you do in space when your ass is going.
Parlor games and farting tricks.
Blah, blah, blah.
Classic. Blah blah blah.
They've been called ovens for a long time. Before.
Do-do-do-do.
Where did the name oven come from? That's what I want to know.
There you go.
Name oven origin. Oven name origin. Oven history. This wants to give me the family crest and coat of arms of the oven. That's not what I'm after.
It's a famous.
It is actually a thing.
I've stacked my dice.
The name oven
If
is
anyone
from the
cares.
Welsh personal name Owen or Owain.
I've dropped
The
my
old
dice.
Welsh form of
in
this
case
name
anyone
were
cared.
Duin and Duin, when were borrowed from
Anduin.
Anduin,
Anduin.
were borrowed from the Latin name Eugenius. Sometimes I've thought my name was Eugenius, but I think that's just because people like to call me that. This is in turn derived from the Greek
No
name
one's ever called you that.
Eugenios, which means well-born or noble. The name was recorded in Wales as early as 26 AD. When-
926.
Yes, when
Okay.
Uwen went to sinning was noted.
There you go.
The
The word
there's
oven is Welsh. Confirmed. What's the Welsh word for oven wise? Does it
Owain.
sound similar to oven? Is it Owain? Wise? Also, I'd like to point out what Man Chili says is if a recipe says to cook something at 180 degrees, does that mean I have to put it in backwards? Quite like that. It's a good funny little joke there. Funny little joke because 180 degrees is half a turn. So if you have to cook something at 180 degrees, that's to put it in backwards. So pretty good joke there, I think. Because ovens also use temperature is also in degrees, which is that's why it's funny. Because it that there's like a little different. There's a difference between. There's oh god, oh shit, oh no, it's evil wheat. Actually, maybe it's good wheat. Are you normally evil wheat then? Because you're normally blue. Normally the evil things, like the evil, versions of things are like the blue ones, right? So are you?
I'm not sure. Which of these do you think is most evil?
But why do they call it Owen when you often the Eugenius of Oud Eugene as Owen?
And those are
Very-
just the
very good
precepts.
question.
Evil wheat be like wise does not enjoy curry.
True. So true, bestie. Anyway, thank you, Champ, for the bits as well.
Wise
Yeah,
does not.
I think we've answered these wise questions. That's
I am the curry now.
no. Evil
Yes.
would be like, I did not meet Prince Charles.
Yes, I did not meet Prince Charles.
I mean,
was in the background. I did. I actually
you
didn't.
didn't. Yeah, you didn't.
I
See, I told you you are just evil wheat.
I
Also,
was around Prince
in other
Charles.
news, this box that my dice come in has like a little circle, and I have like a 50 forints, which is Hungarian money, and it fits perfectly in the little circle. I just want to point that out. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yes.
There we go. I'm gonna leave the shorts one on there because, maybe next time you won't be wearing shorts. I think that's very important to check in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remove the other one though.
Good.
So yeah.
Am I
there you
wearing
go.
shorts? Weekly question.
What?
Am I wearing shorts is just a weekly question.
Well, yeah. If we get to wise and we roll the right number of wise questions, at some point it will be hard to roll as well because, well, I guess we can do like multiples, right? Because if it's, I can see the reflection of your face in your glasses and it's red on the thing.
The inverse of blue converted to yellow converts to red. The inverse.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I moved myself. The inverse of the inverse is not the original.
True. That's because that's actually interesting. So the inverse relation it's not the same in both directions with that.
Apparently not.
That's actually quite interesting. Doesn't make much sense. Maybe it's also just because the light that is reflected off your glasses isn't the exact same. It's a different shade, maybe?
Why is this one so pixelated?
I don't know.
I think
the blue
probably
one's
it's
also
like-
quite grainy.
I think the reflection off my glasses is probably just picking up all the blue light from my screen, so it becomes red. Although,
I think
why
it's
I
just
become
more-
yellow?
Yeah,
when
no, blue and yellow are opposites, right?
Yeah, because I'm very.
Because if we get the color
And I'm yellow.
primary colors back up, yellow is the opposite side of blue.
What light is in my glasses when I actually do come in close? Oh, it's kind of greeny.
That makes sense because it was kind of reddish, so it would be kind of greeny.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're blue, the opposite of blue is yellow. Right? So it makes sense. And if it's kind of greeny, that turns into kind of red magenta-y.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
There we go.
Fucking hell.
Lights.
Science.
Boom. We learned science just from looking at Wheat's glasses. That was a good we did a bunch of questions today. That was good. We had a great episode. The classic we should do a quick sponsor segment though, real quick. Sorry.
Okay.
The cool, refreshing taste of yours.
Oh wow. That was a great episode of Uncertainly Accurate, wasn't it, Wheat?
That really was. I
Well,
had a great time, but now I'm kind of thirsty.
Well, you should enjoy the cool, refreshing taste of Yummers. Now, available absolutely nowhere because it doesn't exist.
Damn, what's that place again?
It's nowhere. Nowhere. Good. Okay. I was thirsty. Too fucking bad. Yeah, anyway. I'm gonna enjoy my Yummers beverage.
Yeah.
But you all can go and enjoy someone else's stream. Because I'm fucking done. That's right. I'm
But
fucking
who's-
done. Who is streaming? Let's have a look. We've got...
Overlight. You.
Overlight is ending, I guess, because she's doing marbles. I've got a couple more people. I've got Keegan streaming, Steel Shin streaming, Kofu streaming, Boba's also streaming.
Yeah, that's who I said. That's who I follow of everyone. In Gobs and Grems, there's someone called Nyaren.
Oh wait, let's check Gobs and Grams. That's actually a good idea. Who
It's
did you say?
people said it's us and Nyaren.
Nyaron. I don't know who this Nyaron person is.
Do I?
Right. Who do you want to raid?
Oh, Nyaren's doing Star Citizen. That's cool. I don't know. If Overlight's ending, the only other person I raid semi-regularly is Boba.
Let's
Everyone
go
else
Boba. I think Boba's a good idea. We don't raid Boba enough. We need to give some love back to Boba. What's she playing? Eastward.
Yeah, that.
Don't know what that is. Let's raid Boba. Okay. It's
Sure.
really easy as well because it's just 4 letters.
Yeah, don't have to worry about.
Right. Come back next week where we've got a few more questions to ask. Maybe if we get enough, I'll post an announcement in Discord and on Twitter for a certain topic of questions maybe, and then maybe next week we can get a guest on. That'd be fun. Maybe like either genetics or history I think would be good. Why did you change the thing, Wheat?
Because because I could, and this way I can
fine.
close.
Then I'm also going to my larger screen.
Yeah, we're outroing.
Sorry. Yeah, but if I outro with your... Now I don't have your face here. Okay, it doesn't matter. Anyway.
Good vote.
So. What was I saying? I've lost my whole thing. Yeah. I'll tell you what kind of questions to answer. If you have any questions, put them in Discord. Or not DM them at me. Tweet them at me. If you want to, check out my TikTok, because I make TikToks now, which is fun. Wait, when are you next streaming?
Don't know.
Good, great. I will be streaming Friday again, probably. We will be doing Among Us, I think. I should post about that in the thing. I should see if we can get people. If not, we might be doing Gartic. We will be there. Anyway, my raid's almost going, so you ready?
2. I'm ready too.
1,
4,
go.
3, go.
It doesn't fucking matter.
4, 3.